A station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Happening now at 6, covering the entire DMV. 7 people hurt in shootings since just last night. Violence in Prince George's County, DC, and Arlington. What led up to those shots? Coming up. And dangerous credit card readers. New information from one DC convenience store about recent skimmer sightings. Live report from the field while we're working to get answers. And graduation walkouts, some abruptly leaving GW's commencement just today, protesting war in the Middle East. President Biden again calling for a ceasefire in front of graduates elsewhere.
And it's been a much nicer day out there and just a little bit warmer as well. We'll show you the latest current temperatures, what to expect for this evening, and the 7-day forecast all coming around the corner.
All right, Scott. And stretching your dollar, this week's grocery price check among 3 DMV supermarket favorites. Where pantry essentials started the week cheapest, plus renewed efforts toward affordable housing for all. Plenty of chances for you to save cash just ahead. And good evening. Thank you for joining us for DC News Now at 6. I'm Ben Dennis. We begin tonight, this Sunday evening, with 3 shootings around the DMV. The first in Prince George's County. Officials say that 2 people were shot on Marlboro Pike in District Heights around 2 this morning. 1 more person was hurt. On scene, officers found a man inside of a car who had been shot. He later died there. A second man was found shot nearby. He was taken to the hospital in stable condition. A woman there was also hurt, but she was not shot. She went to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. In the district, DC police say that 3 men were shot just this afternoon, broad daylight, in Northeast around 12:30. Calls came in for the 700 block of Independence Avenue in Capitol Hill, but police said the shooting actually happened on Edson Place near Lincoln Heights. They do say those calls are connected. One of the victims was unconscious but was breathing. The other 2 conscious and breathing. The investigation is ongoing. And that third shooting in Arlington County, a man was shot early this morning around 2:50 a.m. They got several reports for shots fired near the Arlington Police Department. They responded to several reports of shots near North Courthouse Road. This is also near Arlington National Cemetery. We're told 2 groups were arguing in a hotel parking lot. Somebody pulled out a gun, shot the man and 2 parked cars. That man is now fighting for his life. And continuing coverage of an ongoing problem where you see your credit cards and where you swipe them. Earlier this week, we introduced you to a victim of credit card skimmers, devices that can steal your information when you use the cards. 7-Eleven in DC has dealt with several issues with those skimmers lately. Our Dave Laval joins us live from the Cleveland Park neighborhood. Dave, store staff there tell you that they've spotted several skimmers just as of late.
Good evening to you, Ben. Employees here are not allowed to talk on camera, but they did tell us they discovered 3 skimming devices over the last month and a half. And among the victims, the person we featured last week. The latest device has been removed. The ATM is not connected to any bank. Capital One recommends you only use ATMs that are. Also, DC police suggest you make sure the keypad is not able to be moved or budges when touched. Also, look inside of the card reader before you insert your card. Plus, call 911 if you see or suspect there's a card skimmer. And don't forget, most importantly, contact your bank immediately if you suspect you're a victim of a skimmer.
I guess back in the day, I mean, to be a thief, it required some art, some tact. And nowadays, it's just, putting a piece of plastic on an ATM machine. There's no class in that.
Skimming devices have been used at several businesses around the district and also Prince George's County over the last couple of months. Investigators are still looking for those who placed the devices there. We're live in the Cleveland Park neighborhood in Northwest. Dave Laval, DC News Now.
And thanks to Dave tonight. Staying in the district, reports of pro-Palestinian students walking out of George Washington University's commencement earlier today. Plenty of others did happen to walk across the stage. The event takes place on the National Mall. Officials had also set up increased security there, and this all comes after 33 people were arrested after police cleared an encampment on the university's campus after 2 weeks of protests. Meantime, President Biden reiterated his call for a ceasefire in the Middle East today. Speaking to graduates at Atlanta's Morehouse College commencement, Biden also again supported protesters present and beyond, but calling for non-violent protests.
Humanitarian crisis in Gaza. That's why I've called for an immediate ceasefire. An immediate ceasefire to stop the fighting. Bring the hostages home.
Fire investigation in Virginia. Prince William County Fire says that a family is without a home tonight after a fire in Triangle. Officials say it broke out at this home on Rosings Way around 4 a.m. 2 adults, 4 children displaced. Thankfully, no reported injuries. Now, officials are still trying to determine the cause of that fire there. Time is 6:05. Your weather right now with nobody else in Scott Sumner. Scott, hey, a look out there across the district at 6 tonight, completely different than 24 hours ago.
Oh, absolutely, Ben. A much better looking picture out there. 73 degrees. Now, we do say mostly cloudy, but I am seeing some sunshine out there, that's for sure, this hour. Now, as far as temperatures are concerned, they're going to slide through the 70s here and eventually by mid-evening get into the upper 60s here in the district and fall to where they were pretty much last night, into the lower 60s in places, or even some upper 50s here around 4, 5, 6 o'clock in the morning. What about the weather headlines here? We've got some more fog possible overnight. Of course, there's nothing out there at the moment, but by 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock newscast on the CW, we'll check that out here. A dry start to the new work week, warming up quickly with more sunshine and severe storms again, possible Thursday. I'm going to hammer that home once again as a theme here. We'll talk more about that coming up. Ben?
Alrighty, Scott. Meantime, the U.S. House passed legislation that would give Congress more oversight on D.C. crime. This could toughen sentencing laws, but not all city leaders are on board. The bill would also change the youth offender status to 18 or younger. Right now, it's anyone 24 and younger. The bill would also create a website to monitor youth crime statistics. House Republicans and 18 Democrats passed that bill. Mayor Bowser and D.C. officials criticized it in a letter to House leadership. They say it would reduce D.C. autonomy and prevent district policymakers from responding to emerging crime trends, even create new crimes. They say, quote, swift and certain consequences are essential to deterring crime. District lawmakers say the bill would prevent them from quickly responding to those trends. And some criminal justice advocates say it would be the biggest rollback of home rule in a generation. Meantime, calls for change after a deadly fire in February 2023 in a Montgomery County apartment complex. A new law requires new buildings to be equipped with automatic smoke detectors and notify tenants if sprinkler systems are not working. The effort behind this was sparked by the death of 25-year-old Melanie Diaz, who died in that high-rise fire. We covered this extensively. DC News Now's Leonard N. Fleming spoke with Diaz's father about that new law.
The Diaz family tell me they're happy the governor signed this bill into law. And if these fire protections they say were in place, their daughter Melanie would still be alive today.
I don't want anybody feel the same pain we feel.
The pain Cesar Augusto Diaz says he feels is the loss of his daughter Melanie in a Silver Spring high-rise fire in February 2023. She had just graduated from Georgetown University.
I cannot describe it. You can replace, a car, you can replace a house, but you cannot replace a life.
The arrived Silver Spring apartments didn't have sprinkler systems or working smoke detectors. A new Maryland law lobbied for by the Diaz family will now require smoke detectors in high-rises and forces owners to alert residents where there isn't a sprinkler system in place.
This bill was born out of a tragic incident.
State Senator Will Smith, who represents the Silver Spring area, sponsored the bill in the Senate.
What this bill does is pushes us closer to ensuring that every building in Maryland, every high-rise building in Maryland has a sprinkler system and has adequate fire safety protections.
The Diaz family flew in from Florida to witness Maryland Governor Wes Moore sign the legislation into law.
It's been very hard on us.
Cesar Alejandro Diaz is Melanie's brother.
I'm hoping that through passing this bill and the actions that we continue to take in the future, we can find some sort of healing.
The new law also creates a task force to study how best to retrofit old buildings with sprinkler systems in the future. And this is something the Diaz family says that they want going forward for Maryland. Reporting in Annapolis, Maryland, Leonard N. Fleming, DC News Now, back to you.
Change out of tragedy indeed, Leonard. Thank you. Military veterans in Virginia say that they're upset after the General Assembly and Governor Glenn Youngkin got rid of a program to help vets' kids. Currently, the children of veterans who are more than 90% permanently disabled can have their tuition waived for 8 semesters at a public college or university in Virginia. But changes to the program would require families of students who are not enrolled in school as of May 15th to apply for financial aid and potentially pay out of pocket before using a tuition waiver.
I'm going to send this one to school come hell or high water. I will make it happen. That is my commitment to them. But I feel like the state's commitment to me to support them has just basically been kick the can down the road, and it really does hurt.
Governor Youngkin issued an executive directive this week to establish a task force to review the changes and their effects to see if changes need to be made again during next year's General Assembly session. And we are also monitoring news from the Middle East. Iran's president is missing at this hour after his helicopter went down. State TV reports a, quote, hard landing. It is unknown what happened to bring it down, but renewed focus has been on Iran lately in their tit-for-tat with Israel, only ratcheting up since the October 7th attack by Hamas. Iran launched that drone and missile attack on Israel just last month. Stay with us as that story develops.